And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ives Lamel Family Field on the campus of Brevard College for this evening's matchup between the Brevard College Tornadoes and the Mississippi University for Women Owls, who make the trip up from Columbus, Mississippi for this non-conference matchup. Tornadoes 6-3-4 on the season. The Owls 5-4-1. 4 consecutive ties for this Brevard College Tornado women's soccer team, dating back to September the 29th. 0-0 tie at Meredith, and then a 1-1 tie home against Greensboro. Same score a few days later at home right here at Ives Lamel Family Field, 1-1 versus Southern Virginia. And then most recently a trip to Charlotte, North Carolina to take on the Johnson and Wales Wildcats. And a 2-2 tie there. So 4 consecutive ties. Speaking to a couple of the Tornadoes before the game, they are hungry to get back in that win column. And looking to do exactly that this evening in non-conference play against Mississippi University for Women. Conference play resumes the first of 5 consecutive regular season USA South Conference matchups beginning Saturday at 3 p.m. versus Methodist. But first things first, the Owls are here in the mountains of western North Carolina to take on the Tornadoes. So stick with us. We'll bring you all the action and the starting lineups as well in just a little bit. Owls and Tornadoes coming up shortly.
Emma Barnes, Clayton, North Carolina.
Abby Worsenscroft, Walhalla, South Carolina.
Chantal Commonson, Panama City, Florida. Go Tornadoes.
Alexis Marshall, Shelby, North Carolina.
Autumn Wright, Ellicott City, Maryland.
Lena Hatter, Indialantic, Florida.
Channing Barker, Dunlap, Tennessee. Go Nados!
Emma White, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Alyssa Hetherington, Marietta, Georgia. Aaliyah Vaughn, Lakeland, Florida.
Maddie Edwards, Warrenton, Virginia.
Hannah Achilles, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Mackenzie Lozano, St. Petersburg, Florida.
Kiara Porcelli, Merrimack, New Hampshire.
Grace Black, Charleston, South Carolina. Go Tornadoes. Izzy Hagan, Charleston, South Carolina.
Olivia Gricewood, Tucker, Georgia. Taylor Richardson, Seminole, Florida. Go Nados.
Talia Hayes, Columbia, South Carolina.
Jessica Tanghide, Conover, North Carolina. Go Tornadoes.
Khadijah Shackroff, Pickering, Ontario.
Emma Gooch, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Haley Bryan, Newburgh, North Carolina.
Abby Mayer, Roxborough, North Carolina.
Annie Peacock, Tallahassee, Florida.
Justine St. Louis, Orange City, Florida. Go Tornadoes.
Michaela Zavekian, Draper, Utah.
Olivia Guillermo, Porterville, California.
Nicole Arroyo, Yulee, Florida.
Tayandra Brown, Mooresville, North Carolina. Go Nados.
Haley Kenny, Webster, New Hampshire. Olivia Little, Warner Robins, Georgia. Go Nados!
Probably one of the prettiest places on the earth. And to come to somewhere where it's such a tight-knit community, where everybody has your back, I mean, you're not going to find that anywhere else at bigger schools.
I like to go hang out in the coffee shop, sit outside at the picnic tables, maybe do a little bit of homework there, and just socialize because there's always somebody that I know there.
Brevard does make it easy to come here. The admission process is very simple.
Brevard College, a top choice for students around the world.
I've taken jumps in my academic career, and I've taken jumps in just socializing and getting out and getting to do things I've never done before.
The thing that brought me to Brevard is the experiential learning. I've always been a hands-on guy.
I love it here at Brevard. Over Christmas break, I was itching to come back because I love the area so much.
Experiential learning here is beyond all of my expectations.
Brevard College, a top choice for students around the world.
Clayton, North Carolina.
Abby Wollstonecraft,
Walhalla, South Carolina.
Chantal Commonsend, Panama City, Florida. Go Tornadoes.
Alexis Marshall, Shelby, North Carolina.
Autumn Wright, Ellicott City, Maryland.
Lena Hatter, Indiana, Florida.
Channing Barker, Dunlop, Tennessee. Go Natives!
Emma White, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Alyssa Hetherington, Marietta, Georgia. Aaliyah Vaughn, Lakeland, Florida.
Maddie Edwards, Warrenton, Virginia.
Hannah Achilles, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Mackenzie Lozano, St. Petersburg, Florida.
Kiara Porcelli, Merrimack, New Hampshire.
Grace Black, Charleston, South Carolina. Go Tornadoes! Izzy Hagan, Charleston, South Carolina.
Olivia Gricewood, Tucker, Georgia. Taylor Richardson, Seminole, Florida. Go Natives.
Talia Hayes, Columbia, South Carolina.
Jessica Tanghai, Conover, North Carolina. Go Tornadoes.
Khadijah Shackroff, Pickering, Ontario.
Emma Gooch, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Haley Bryan, Newburgh, North Carolina.
Abby Mayer, Roxborough, North Carolina.
Annie Peacock, Tallahassee, Florida.
Justine St. Louis, Orange City, Florida. Go Tornadoes.
Michaela Zavekian, Draper, Utah.
Olivia Guillermo, Porterville, California. Nicole Arroyo, Yulee, Florida.
Tayandra Brown, Mooresville, North Carolina. Go Natives!
Haley Kenny, Webster, New Hampshire. Olivia Little, Warner Robins, Georgia. Go Natives.
Back here at Islamel Family Field for this non-conference matchup between the Brevard College Tornadoes and the Mississippi University for Women Owls. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Tornadoes this evening. Several players making their first career start in a Tornado uniform. Nicole Arroyo, the starting goalkeeper. Olivia Guillermo gets the start at the forward position. Haley Bryan, Haley Kenny, Emma Barnes, part of that starting lineup as well. Emma White will patrol things from the back once again. Tay Brown get a start along with Lena Hatter. Olivia Gricewood, part of the starting lineup at the defender position. Emma Gooch will be a starting midfielder. And also starting on the defensive side, Olivia Little. The Owls' starting lineup is as follows. The goalkeeper, Olivia Clark. Brenda Shea Garrett, starting midfielder. Allison Goza getting a start as well. Celine Decato, Molly Moore, Haley Kelly, Lindsay Moyle, Sydney Shoemaker, Katie Mills, Lauren Winters, and Shelby Harrington. So we'll count down towards the start of Tornadoes and Owls. Looking forward to this non-conference action under the lights on a beautiful fall evening. Leaves in full peak here in the mountains of western North Carolina, and not a cloud in the sky as we head towards dusk here. However, the temperature is starting to drop a bit, so we'll keep an eye on that. Overnight low forecasted for 47 degrees. Not sure we'll get quite there, but definitely dip into the 50s by the end of this one. Currently 63 degrees and clear skies here in Brevard, North Carolina. So stick with us Owls and Tornadoes coming up shortly. Back here at Islamel Family Field for Owls and Tornadoes. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. Owls make the trip up from Mississippi. They actually made the trip yesterday, spent the night up here in the mountains last night. They'll have a matchup against Warren Wilson College later in the weekend, Saturday, to round out the trip to the mountains here. Meanwhile, Tornadoes looking for a win after 4 consecutive draws. Talking to a few of the Tornadoes, they're getting a little weary of the tie score at the end of 90 minutes over and over again. They are anxious for a win and looking to get that tonight against the Owls. Several Tornadoes making their first career start this evening, non-conference play, and big opportunity for a lot of the younger players as well. Defenders for the Tornadoes, Haley Bryan, Emma White, Lena Hatter, Olivia Gricewood, and Olivia Little. Midfielders, Emma Gooch, Emma Barnes, Haley Kenny. Up front at the forward position, Tay Brown and Olivia Guillermo. And starting goalkeeper for the Tornadoes, Nicole Arroyo. Tornadoes are under the direction of head coach Juan Mascaro. He's in his 7th year, all-time winningest women's soccer coach in school history. Juan Mascaro Jr. is the associate head coach. They're assisted by Rebecca Rojas and Sally Riggin, both alums of this Brevard College women's soccer program. Ava Doherty is the student manager in her 2nd season in that role. And the head athletic trainer who handles things for women's soccer as well, Noah Reisig. So we've set the table for you. Owls and Tornadoes getting ready to get started here. Owls in the navy jerseys. Interesting enough, they have purple warm-up uniforms, but the navy jerseys with the navy shorts, white numerals. Navy socks with white stripes. So just moments away here from getting started. Tay Brown will have the first touch for the Tornadoes, and we are underway. Brown plays it all the way back to Emma White. Tornadoes in their white uniforms, blue numerals. As the Owls up ahead. Touch there from Gricewood. Out of bounds, throw in for the Owls. White clears it out of bounds. Brown did everything she could to try to keep that inbounds. Be a throw in for the Owls. Just underway here. Tornadoes and Owls non-conference competition. Under the lights at Islamel Family Field. Most of the game so far being played in the Owls attacking half of the field. As these two teams start to get a feel for what their opponents like this evening. Opportunity here for the Owls. That was Shelby Harrington, the senior. Now the Tornadoes trying to regroup. Here's Olivia Little. Little up ahead. That ball skips out of bounds. Be a throw-in for the Tornadoes. Little will send it into play quickly. Flick header there by Brown, but into the midst of the Owls. Nifty little touch there by Moyle, the junior. Now Goza plays it To the far right side to Garrett. Ball's out of bounds. It'll be a Tornado throw-in. Just over 2 minutes have been played here. Just getting started. The Mississippi University for women making the trip up here to the mountains. That's played forward there by the Owls. Now taken away. This is Emma Gooch playing it forward. Collected by the goalkeeper of the Owls. That's Olivia Clark, junior from Decatur, Mississippi. Collected there by Moyle, now using Garrett. Garrett trying to switch fields. Harrington brought it down momentarily using her teammate Goza. And a shot there. DeSoto with the shot. First save of the evening for either team. Nicole Arroyo, the freshman from Florida. Through ball here. Tay Brown was on the move, but it's going to be collected by Olivia Clark. Quick switch of the field there after the big punt and then a slip header. Now, meanwhile, White brings it down, trying to get things organized from the back. Plays it into space. And Brown, nice hustle to win that 50-50 ball. Now Little playing it forward along that right wing, but it bounces out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Owls. Haley Kenny, short pass there to Little. Little now with a throw-in. She plays it back to Gricewood. Gricewood playing it forward. Brown, nicely timed run there to stay on side, and now across. Olivia Guillermo from that striker position, trying to make herself available for a cross from Brown. Little now plays it forward. Little once again playing it back to Gricewood. Gricewood looking for a potential switch of the field. Instead plays it short. Here's Gooch. Gooch playing it back to Emma Barnes. Now here's Gooch again. Gooch using Gricewood. Gricewood plays it off to Little. Good tackle there by the Owls, and then Little fighting for it as Harrington and Little in a bit of a battle there on this near sideline. Meanwhile, the Owls will push forward, throw in here for Katie Mills. Here's Molly Moore. Cleared away there by Gricewood in the direction of Brown. It'll be another throw-in for the Owls. 6 minutes have elapsed here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. Crowd starting to settle in as day becomes night here in the mountains. Gricewood brings it down. And whistle there, and it's going to be a free kick for the Owls. So it looks like Olivia Clark's going to try to give it a ride here. She sends it across midfield. Gricewood's on the case defensively. Now taken away by the Owls. Quick little counterattack here as Harrington along the left wing, playing it towards the center, taken away by Emma White. Emma White playing it forward to Emma Gooch. Gooch was trying to play it up ahead to either Guillermo or Brown. Meanwhile, here come the Owls once again. Moore playing a through ball down the line to Harrington. Defended by Little. Ball's knocked out of bounds. And it looks like, not sure if this will be a corner or a throw-in. Looks like it'll be a throw-in from probably the deepest part of the sideline there. It was interesting because the Owls sort of got in position as far as the other attackers as if a corner kick was coming, and there was nobody really home for a throw-in short. Meanwhile, here come the Tornadoes with an opportunity the other way. Played up ahead there, Olivia Guillermo. Hot pursuit. Owls able to use their keeper effectively. Now a switch of the field. Brought down there by Kenny. Now played forward to Brown. And you get the feeling Brown's going to get one of these at some point because the Tornadoes keep on playing these through balls to Tay Brown, and you feel like the Tornadoes and Brown knocking on the door with those long balls. As this is headed out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Tornadoes. So a misplayed header goes out of bounds on the end line, and Tornado corner kick coming. Olivia Little will do the duties. She's the sophomore from Warner Robins, Georgia. Little playing it right in front of the goal mouth, but Clark able to collect that. Clark now punts it forward right about midfield. Be another throw in here for the Owls. Check that. Actually a corner kick this time. So had this situation before and ended up being a throw in, this time a corner. As that flag on the far corner getting a bit of a workout over there. 34-35 to play here, half number one. First corner of the game for the Owls. It's a dangerous part of the goal mouth there, but going to be a penalty against the Owls, and Tornadoes with a free kick back the other way. Well, just a couple days away from fall break for the Brevard College student body. Fall sports will continue to be in full swing next week while classes aren't in session. Tornadoes trying to get something going along that far sideline, taken away, though, by the Owls. No score here. Early goings in this non-conference action. And a whistle there as Gooch drew the foul. And Emma White will tee things up. Familiar situation for her. Haley Bryan bringing it down. Guillermo playing it back, using Bryan. Bryan now up ahead to Barnes. Lena Hatter, she plays it forward, using Haley Kenny. Hatter once again bringing it down. She's playing that left fullback position. And looks like she's going to be caught on a little bit of a handball there. So back the other way, the Owls regain possession. And this is played into the box, headed out by White. Hatter. Up ahead to Bryan. Be a tornado throw-in as Haley Bryan will do the honors on that far sideline. Trying to find Gooch. Taken away by Molly Moore of the Owls, and the Tornadoes regain possession. Off an Owl foot and back to the Nados. A lot of action suddenly happening on that far sideline. Haley Bryan, sophomore out of New Bern, North Carolina. Gricewood. Al's trying to get a little possession going here. Goza. One touch up ahead there to Harrington. Harrington defended tightly by Little. Now taken away by Kenny of the Tornadoes. Now Kenny up ahead. Owls trying to get a counterattack going now. Cross there, defended by Little. And now loose ball collected by the Owls. Long ball once again to Brown. Brown able to collect this one. And Brown then able to nutbag the defender, Mills. What a move there. Individual effort by Tay Brown. Oh, my. Brown. Not sure if that's exactly what she was intending there, but taken away by the goalkeeper, Clark. But some fancy footwork there from Tay Brown, junior from Mooresville, North Carolina. Meanwhile, back the other way, here come the Owls. Taken away by Emma Gooch. Gooch looking forward, trying to play a through ball to Guillermo. Goza playing it ahead, but nobody home in terms of the Owls' offense. And it'll be a throw-in for the Nados. Little bit of a talking to here by the referee. Having a conversation with Lena Hatter. And Hatter's going to head to the sidelines. So it might be a quick little jewelry situation as Noah Reisig, the head athletic trainer, is attending very quickly here to Lena Hatter. So Tornadoes at the moment with 10 players on the field. 27:45 to play here. Hatter now needs to check back in. Lines person asking her to meet him at midfield. Little now plays that out of bounds, and that'll be the stoppage that the Tornadoes did not need because it was an Owls throw-in, and very quickly they try to play it forward, trying to catch the Tornadoes off guard, one player down, as Hatter continues to wait at the 50-yard line. Brown playing it forward. Brown. Little. Trying to play it forward to Guillermo. Guillermo with an opening here. And a whistle, and that's going to be a free kick stop. And a stoppage of the clock. So in a yellow card situation there, Celine DeSoto, number 8. Breakaway situation there. Guillermo had the opening. Last line of defense. Takes down the striker, and 9 times out of 10, that'll be a yellow card as well. Free kick, meanwhile, for the Tornadoes, and Emma White, who is just lethal on these sorts of situations. Graduate student from Greensboro, North Carolina. 3-player wall for the Owls. And White with the right foot. She fires a shot there, just hammered that low, an absolute bullet, but Olivia Clark able to collect that, but significant opportunity there for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, worth noting, Tornadoes still playing with 10 players on the field at the moment, as we're still waiting for Hatter to get a chance to get back in. Tornadoes either need a throw-in or a goal kick, something that's going to allow for Hatter's re-entry. Brown back to Little. Little up ahead. Just trying to find Emma Barnes. Meanwhile, the Owls regain possession. Now play it forward. And collected there nicely by the goalkeeper, Nicole Arroyo. Arroyo in the all-orange kit. Under 25 minutes here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. Another throw-in, but this one for the Owls. So Hatter still looking to get back in. Meanwhile, Owls trying to capitalize on this situation. Tornadoes have been doing a good job as of late, keeping them at bay. But here's an opportunity. Shot there by Moore, it looked like. Blocked by White. And now here's Emma Gooch. Brown plays it back to Gricewood. Gricewood plays a long ball in the direction of Brown. Nicely done there by DeSoto. And now a opportunity, alas, for Lena Hatter to re-enter the contest. So both teams back to full strength. Well, it was interesting there. The Tornadoes almost pretty much had their best offensive opportunity so far with just 10 players on the field. But both teams back at 11 now. 23:45 to play here. Half number one. Little with the throw in. Gricewood playing it forward. Gricewood once again. Overlapping run here by Little. Gricewood played it into space. Little able to ricochet it off of Harrington. And another throw in for Olivia Little. She plays it back to Gricewood. Gricewood, some heavy pressure there from Harrington, able to turn herself using Brown. Nicely done. Then Brown with a turn of her own. Brown able to now beat two defenders. She now crosses it into the middle. Cleared out by the Owls defense, however. Now Little bringing it down. Gricewood in a battle with Harrington there. White sweeps it up using Little. Little back to White. Now taken away by Goza. Goza playing it into space, was trying to find more. Gooch comes up with the loose ball, now plays it forward. Long ball, but nobody home. Collected by Clark. So we mentioned Arroyo's orange kit. Clark with the maroon. So interesting array of colors on display here at Islamel Family Field. Get your old Crayola boxes out and try to figure out exactly the shades we have going here. $21:35 to play. Half number one in non-conference action here on the campus of Brevard College. Harrington somehow able to keep control of that ball despite several Tornado defenders. Now Goza fires off a shot. She's the junior midfielder from Florence, Mississippi. Virtually the entire roster of the Owls is from the state of Mississippi. Couple outliers, including Missouri, England, California, but otherwise all natives of Mississippi. M-I, cricket letter, I, cricket letter, I, humpback, I. That's what they're teaching in the elementary schools down there. Make sure to get the spelling right. At least that's how I learned how to spell the state. 20:25 left to play here. Half number one. Big goal kick here from Arroyo. Ball ricochets back and forth. Neither team able to settle it down until that by the Owls. Owls playing it forward. White then clears it. Guillermo using Brown. Some nifty play there between the two strikers. Guillermo now once again to Brown. Gooch now trying a little two-player action there with Brown, but meanwhile, the Owls come up with it and back the other way. Here's Harrington. Harrington up ahead. Now Gooch. Gooch, hard tackle there from behind. That's a whistle and a foul on the Owls. That'll be on Harrington. Substitute getting ready to roll for the Tornadoes. Number 8, Maddie Edwards, set to check in. 19 minutes, 5 seconds left to play here. Half number one. Scoreless affair thus far. Tornadoes trying to end a streak of 4 straight ties. with a win today. And some hard play on both sides. And ultimately the foul on the Owls, so free kick for the Tornadoes. And Emma White once again will step up into this. 18:25 to play. Period number 1. White plays it forward. Tornadoes had a couple of white jerseys up there in the vicinity of that through ball by White, but collected by the goalkeeper, Clark. Owls now trying to counterattack. Here's Goza along the right wing. Guillermo. She's had an active first half. She plays it forward to Brown, who's been active as well. Ball bounces out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in and substitute for the Tornadoes. So Maddie Edwards checks in. She relieves Haley Bryan. So nice work there from Bryan, the sophomore from New Bern, North Carolina. And Maddie Edwards, the sophomore from Warrenton, Virginia, Kettle Run High School, has entered the equation. And whistle there, and it'll be Tornado ball. Gooch playing it quickly. Kenny. Brown. Overlapping run here for Olivia Little. Little. Well defended there by Katie Mills. Junior from Wesson North or Wesson South. Check that. Wesson, Mississippi. Say that 3 times. Bellhaven High School. Little along the right side, crosses it. And a shot there. Maddie Edwards firing off the shot, so compelling opportunity there for the Tornadoes on the shot by Edwards. However, credit another save to Clark. Edwards, fresh legs for the Tornadoes. Here's Garrett. Substitute set to check in for the Owls. That's Millie Mask. Also, Lizzie Trulock in the on-deck circle. And also Kendry Crabtree. So 3 Owls set check-in. Under 15 minutes to play here, half number 1. And here come those Owl substitutions. So Mask, Trulock, and Crabtree entering the contest as Garrett checks out along with Shoemaker. Also Moyle getting a rest. 14-15 to play here, half number 1. And foul there. Goza was unhappy about it as contact with Gooch resulted in the foul. Another opportunity here for White. 13:52 left to play here, half number one. White considering her options. She's going to put it on goal here, and that's going to be a goal. Emma White, ladies and gentlemen. What a shot from deep. And she connects on the free kick. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes going over 16. Emma White. Emma White, ladies and gentlemen. What a shot there from distance. About 40 yards out. Wondering what White was going to do with it, whether she was going to set up one of those attackers who were being held at the 18-yard mark. She puts it on goal. Difficult situation for Clark. Off the outreached hands of Clark, off the fingertips, into the goal, back of the net, 1-0 Tornadoes. Emma White. So Tornadoes up a goal now. 12:35 now to play here, half number one. Another Tornado sub getting set check in. Meanwhile, the Owls now have to play from behind. Wow. Tornadoes will look to protect this 1-0 lead. And in a perfect world, even add another goal or two for some insurance. Meanwhile, sub here, it's Alexis Marshall. So Marshall, the sophomore out of Shelby, North Carolina, Crest High School. She's a transfer, by the way, from Montreat College. Foul there. Al's unhappy about it, but it's going to go back the other way here for the NATOs. And who else? Emma White will loosen up that right leg and let it rip once again, I would imagine. Coming off the goal on the direct kick. White's going to send this deep. Was looking for Gooch. One touched out of there by the Owls. Now here come the Owls on a counterattack. White will have to handle things on the defensive end. She does exactly that. Well done. And now a foul on White as hit in the deck there was Trulock. One of those substitutes for the Owls, the senior Lizzie Trulock. And now free kick for the Owls. Tornadoes have to be careful here. Played into the goal mouth. Headed out with a defensive header. Now here's Gricewood. Little. White plays it forward. Gricewood clears that out. Nicely done there by Guillermo. Guillermo playing it ahead to Marshall. Now Gricewood clearing it forward. Barnes brought it down momentarily. Edwards playing it ahead, trying to find Guillermo. 9:25 to play here, half number one. Nice job there, taking control of the situation. Nicole Arroyo. 9:10 to play here in half number one. Tornadoes with a 6-3-4 record. 4 straight draws. Obviously not the worst result, but not the best result either. But 4 consecutive ties. And talking to some of these Tornadoes before the contest, that was the theme. So another free kick here for the Owls after the Tornado foul. Harrington will do the honors. The clock stopped at 8:46 to play here. And played forward. Not the worst idea there, but Al's unable to collect that cross. Now a substitute for the Nados. Chiara Porcelli. So Porcelli checks in. She's the freshman from New Hampshire. Izzy Hagan also set check-in for the Nados. Fellow freshman out of Charleston, South Carolina. Sub getting ready to go also for Mississippi University for women. That's Savannah Cooper. And one more sub for the Tornadoes as well. Chantal Carmenzen, sophomore from Panama City, Florida. So a lot of players on both sides seeing action. And here we go with the aforementioned substitutes. So, crowd excited about the latest round of substitutions. I think I might have heard "That's my roommate" being shouted from the grandstands here at Islamel Family Field. Shot there, and what a save, diving to the right by Arroyo. As Trulock sent that ball, kind of catching the Tornadoes maybe off guard a little bit, but Arroyo was on the case, diving to her right and preserving this 1-0 lead. Meanwhile, corner kick here after that went out of bounds off the hands of Arroyo. And Arroyo now up high and punches that out and then cleared away by the Nados defense. So a couple of precarious situations for the Tornadoes as the Owls exerting some pressure here, but the Tornadoes able to dodge a couple bullets. And meanwhile, back the other way, Olivia Little sending it forward with the throw in. Here's Alexis Marshall. Little with the throw in. Marshall battling with Crabtree. Carmenzen getting in on the action over there for the Nados. She's the sophomore from Panama City, Florida, panhandle of the Sunshine State. 4:53 to play here, half number one. Tornadoes 1, Owl 0 on an Emma White free kick that found the back of the net. From long range. Tornadoes will be back in action on Saturday. That's a men's soccer, women's soccer doubleheader. Men's game at 1 p.m., women's soccer game to follow. Currently scheduled for 3 p.m., might go off a little later than that. Meanwhile, another sub set check-in for the NATOs as Arroyo collects that. Be Justine St. Louis. $3.50 to play here, half number one. White playing it forward. Guillermo's now switched from the left side to the right side as Brown was subbed out for. Meanwhile, here's the Tornadoes on the attack. Porcelli. Now back the other way. Here come the Owls. Little able to step up into that ball. Now played back to Little. Little tries to cross it forward, looking for a Tornado striker. Meanwhile, just over 3 minutes to play. Played back conservatively to White. White now to Hatter. Hatter up ahead to Porcelli. Porcelli, quick little move there to the right. Little up ahead was looking for her teammate Guillermo. Olivia Guillermo, the freshman from Porterville, California. Guillermo fighting for it, but cleared away by the Owls. Headed forward there by Izzy Hagan. Now here's Hagan picking up the loose ball. She plays it back to White. Just over 2 minutes to play. Half number one. Hagan. Hatter. Porcelli. Cleared away by the Owls. 1:48 to play here. And sub coming here for the NATOs. So St. Louis checks in as she relieves Guillermo. Guillermo getting some nice welcomes from the Tornado bench after that effort. 75 seconds left to play here, half number one. Played forward there. Here's St. Louis. St. Louis, 1 minute remaining. St. Louis on the attack, and a shot from St. Louis off a Owl defender, and Little, meanwhile, tee up a corner kick. As time's expiring here, Tornadoes are going to work quickly. And dangerous play there. Little placed that right in the goal mouth, but played out of bounds. It'll be another corner kick opportunity, and Little hustles back to try to get this one off. Now 25 seconds left to play. Little plays it into the goal mouth. Cleared out by the Owls. Edwards playing it forward. Now the Owls back the other way. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Your score at the half, Tornadoes 1, Owls 0 at halftime. Stick around, half number 2 coming up next. So Tornadoes 1, Owls 0 at the half. As Emma White with the goal that was the difference so far here at intermission. So stick with us. We'll bring you the second half between these two teams. Tornadoes 1, Owls 0, halftime.
The Brevard College Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program is the most distinctive in the nation. I think one of the reasons why is because it is so focused on experiential education in addition to the outdoor education component. They are developing their leadership skills out in the field with each other.
My internship was on Schooner Lynx. She's a 122-foot topsail schooner. She's a replica of an 1812 privateer. My job on Lynx this summer was a deckhand, and because of the skills that I've learned at Brevard College, such as program planning and lesson planning and different techniques to teaching to different ages and different types of people, I was promoted to the job of educator. This summer, my professor, John Buford, knew that I'd be at sea quite a bit, and he really worked with me. And when I would come into port, I would call him. He would always answer. He was really quick to respond with my emails, and not just to say, I got your email, but he would talk about what was going on and ask me questions. And it was really cool to have somebody like that to support me for the summer and really help me succeed.
You should come to Brevard College in the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career. And it'll be a whole lot of fun as you learn those skills.
Anybody who is interested in leadership skills and outdoor skills should definitely think about Brevard. It's an incredible place and a great place to be a part of.
One of the hardest things that every college student experiences when they first come to college is, what am I going to do with my life? What am I going to study? What am I going to be good at? And here at Brevard, you can take a music class, a wilderness education class, environmental science, English, anything. Unique experiential education. You meet with your professors, you meet with students that you actually see every day. You get to excel in the subject that you chose.
Finding a way to mix my passion for mountain biking, art, and career together really happened during my internship.
You should come to Brevard College because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career.
Here's a recipe for success here. It's great.
I got to Brevard College, I didn't know what experiential learning even was. We have all the rivers, Pisgah National Forest, DuPont State Forest, just all the resources are around us. So the location is why environmental studies is so great here.
With experiential learning, it's not always field-based. We do quite a few things in the lab as well, so you get opportunities to do hands-on research in the lab. But whenever possible, when you can get outdoors and see what's actually happening, it's different based on the conditions that are outdoors, and you can never predict those. So a day that it's raining and cold, you're going to see different activity levels among the animals and plants than if it's a day that's sunny and warm. The courses that I teach are all based in the outdoors. My specialty is biodiversity, so I teach a course in biodiversity, but I also teach courses that are unique to the area that are called Plants and Animals of the Southern Appalachians. Here at Brevard College, one of the things that we do really well is interact with these students who are undergraduates in a way that prepares them for graduate programs. That's what we can do at Brevard College. We can get these students who are interested in a particular area, help them find a path that is tying together their interest with what our background, the backgrounds of the professors can do, and then position that student in a way that few undergraduates can be positioned to go on to a graduate program or to go directly into the field.
Back here at Islamel Family Field, just moments away from the start of half number 2 between the Tornadoes and the Owls. Non-conference action here. Owls will start with the ball. Lizzie Trulock have the first touch, and we are underway. Tornadoes with the 1-0 advantage. Reserves men's soccer also in action this evening at Milligan over in Tennessee. Best of luck to that team under the direction of Mario Pinto. Just underway here, half number 2. As Edwards played that forward for the Tornadoes. Owls now moving left to right on your device. Here's White. White with a touch. Now plays it forward. St. Louis. One back by the Owls. Garrett. Izzy Hagan was there momentarily defensively, but the Owls continue possession, but now off the foot of Molly Moore. Only score in this game came in the 32nd minute, and it was a dandy. Free kick by Emma White from distance. At least 40 yards out by all indications. And the direct free kick found the back of the net and gave the Tornadoes this 1-0 cushion. Meanwhile, Owls looking for an equalizer. They play it forward. Harrington on the attack there for the Owls. Ball being played on the far side. Two and a half minutes have been elapsed here. Half number 2, 1-0 NATOs. Brevard will be back in action, back in conference action after this midweek non-conference matchup on Saturday versus Methodist. Then a home game next Wednesday versus Salem. And mark your calendars for Saturday, October 29th. That'll be Senior Day versus William Peace. Foul there, so this is going to be an opportunity for the Tornadoes, and you can see Emma White making her way to an interesting part of the field here. You don't see White with this free kick opportunity too often. Very wide, all the way near the far sideline. And Tornadoes attackers lined up as if it's a corner kick in many ways. Now, this is sent into the goal mouth, and not a bad idea there whatsoever, but the cross is handled by Clark. Owls with 5 shots in the contest. Tornadoes with 4. 3 of the 5 shots by the Owls have been on goal. Tornadoes with 3 corner kicks, Owls with 2. We've seen our share of fouls, grand total of 12 between the two teams, 7 for the Owls, 5 for the NATOs, each team with a yellow card as well. So goal kick here for Mississippi University for women. Founded in 1884. The first public women's college in the United States. And beginning in 1982, men were admitted to the Mississippi University for Women, and today make up roughly 20% of the student body. Five minutes, 40 seconds have elapsed here. Tornadoes with the 1-0 lead. Here come the Owls. Garrett plays it forward. Here's Molly Moore. Trulock was on the attack there, cleared out by Gricewood. Moore hands it off to Garrett. Now Moore will try to make a run. Garrett with the throw into her. Now Moore back to Garrett. Nice ball there in traffic, finding Trulock. Abby Warzencroft. Part of the second half starting unit on the defense there. Shot there off the cross. Trulock with the header. Out of Caledonia, Mississippi. Abby Warzencroft, regular part of the starting lineup, the junior from West Union, South Carolina. Great turn there by Carmenson. And Tornadoes trying to catch the Owls off guard. Maddie Edwards and Carmenson on the attack on this near side. Now here come the Owls the other way. This is played forward. Big bounce, but handled easily there after Garrett gave it a ride. Arroyo now resets, and she's going to punt it to midfield. .36-35 to play here. Half number 2. White with the free kick. Collected by Clark. Clark now with the punt. White to Warzencroft. Warzencroft with the left foot plays it forward. Michaela Zavakin getting some run there, and good attack by the freshman from Draper, Utah. Corner Canyon High School. 35-15 to play here, half number 2. Saved there by Arroyo after the shot by Harrington. She's the senior from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Well, we mentioned the men's team. Do you want to give them another congratulations after a big USA South Conference win yesterday, 2-1 over Pfeiffer? Tornadoes now NCAA era record 9-match unbeaten streak. Now 8-1-3 on the season overall, 3-0 in conference play. In Ryan Lynch yesterday, a hat trick, 3 goals, and he sets the new single season and career goal scored records here at Brevard College. A cool moment. He surpassed Adam Spencer, recent alum of Brevard College, and Adam was actually commentating the game along with Scott Douglas, and they were able to interview Lynch after the game. A great moment up here in the press box as Spencer and Lynch embraced and then took part in a fantastic post-game interview. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel or BC Tornadoes social media and check that out. Meanwhile, holding on to a 1-0 advantage here, the Tornadoes. Grace Black getting set to check in. So Black checks in for the Nados. So seeing a whole different group here in the second half. Brevard College cycling at the USA Cycling Collegiate National Championships. They began today with some qualifying rounds and practice sessions up at the Purgatory Resort, over 11,000 feet elevation, just outside of Durango, Colorado. Best of luck to the Tornado student athletes under the direction of head coach Brad Purley, who made that trip. The 10-time Brevard College 10-time national champion Brevard College cycling program. One of the elite mountain biking programs in the nation, representing Brevard College this weekend at the national championships. Tornadoes continuing to hold on to this 1-0 lead, 32 minutes away. Trying to get the first win after 4 straight draws. Here's Carmenzen. Carmenzen playing it forward to Grace Black, but Clark scoops it up. Brevard College football off to a 2-0 start in USA South Conference play. They got a big matchup this weekend at Huntington. Huntington ranked 23rd in the nation in one poll, 25th in another. And that will be a big-time matchup on Saturday down in Montgomery, Alabama. Warzencroft really fighting for it there for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, the Owls trying to get some possession going. Collected there by Crabtree ultimately. Now played forward, and Arroyo takes control. So we mentioned Saturday women's soccer back in action. The day will start here with men's soccer versus NC Wesleyan at 1 p.m. with the women's soccer game versus Methodist to follow. So USA South Conference action stakes getting high as we head towards the end of the regular season. And men's and women's soccer both in action on Saturday right here. If you're in the area, be sure to come on out if you can. Great atmosphere here. The expansion of Ives Lamel Family Field. And great opportunity to root on these student athletes. Nice job there by Porcelli up ahead. Trying to find Black. Chiara Porcelli. Women's volleyball, congratulations to them. A 5-set win last night, also versus Pfeiffer. First conference win of the season for the NATOs, and first 5-setter that has gone in favor of the NATOs as well. Warzencroft heads that forward. Black trying to pressure. Now Edwards trying to provide some pressure as well. Porcelli battling for it. Meanwhile, for the Owls, Haley Kelly out of Diamond Head, Mississippi, getting involved, and she'll handle the throw in here as well. Kelly plays it forward, headed out of bounds by Edwards. So volleyball coming off that win over Pfeiffer. They'll be back in action, a quad match within USA South Conference play. As this is played forward and then played out of bounds there by Lauren Winters. And Edwards with the throw-in for the NATO. So volleyball will be in Raleigh, North Carolina at Meredith. And then a matchup versus William Peace as a foul there on Edwards. And now a whistle and a conversation. And actually it's going to go the other way. So interesting. So originally everyone seemed to think that it's going to be a foul on the Tornadoes, free kick for the Owls, but not the case. As Emma White tees things off right around midfield. Plays this forward towards the 18-yard box. Headed backwards, Black was rushing towards it, but scooped up by Clark. Black plays it forward. Cleared out. Warzencroft now clears it ahead. 27 minutes left to play. Half number 2. And substitute here for the Owls. It'll be Moyle. So Moyle checks back in. We saw her in the first half. Junior from Pearl River, Mississippi. Speaking of volleyball, be sure to join us on senior night. That's on Tuesday, October 18th. Boschmer Gymnasium when the Tornadoes host Greensboro, 6 o'clock. Free kick here for the Owls. As this is played forward. Now cleared out. Black. Taylor Richardson playing that forward. Now the Tornadoes had a counterattack going, but the offsides flag is up. And we'll go back the other way as the Tornadoes were on a high-tempo burst there, but negated by the offsides call. 25-12 to play here, half number 2. Mississippi University for women, a 5-4-1 record entering this contest. Tornadoes 6-3-4. NATO's under the direction of Juan Mascaro in his 7th season. Earlier this year, he became first coach in school history to hit the 50-win mark for women's soccer. All-time winningest coach here in women's soccer. Meanwhile, Black. Tornadoes trying to get something going. Neither team has been able to hold on to possession as of late until perhaps this, as the Owls on the attack. Nice little ball to split a couple defenders. Some nice work there by the Owls. Kelly in the middle of a lot of that. So Abby Mayer checks into the match with 23 minutes, 45 seconds left to play, half number 2. Mayer, by the way, the leading scorer for the Tornadoes, 11 goals on the season, to go along with 2 assists. 24 points to lead all NATOs, and see if she can perhaps help the Tornadoes get an insurance goal here down the stretch. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes defensively continuing to pitch a shutout here, up 1-0. Played forward there by Kelly. Warzencroft now keeping it in play. Nice job there. Using Edwards. Edwards now up ahead. Abby Mayer with those fresh legs on the attack. Tornado bench wanted a foul there. 22-22 left to play. Carmenson able to heel that off an owl, and it'll be a throw-in for Edwards. Edwards with Izzy Hagan to her right. Porcelli checking for Edwards. Now played forward. Black on the move. Edwards, what a tackle there to win that ball. Now played ahead to Black. Defended there by Haley Kelly, and now out of bounds from Kelly. White plays this forward. Cleared out, at least momentarily. Warzencroft. Porcelli playing it forward. Looking for Mayer. Good job winning that ball in the air by Carmenson. Just over 20 minutes to play here, half number 2. Temperature dropping quite a bit here since the start of the contest. Now in the 50s. We had a beautiful day here in the mountains, clear skies, peak color in terms of the leaves. As we are coming off of homecoming and heading towards fall break. 19:35 to play here, half number 2. Here's Edwards. Edwards along the near side. Slide tackle there and a whistle. Garrett with the tackle. Slide tackle, of course, a legal maneuver. However, you have to get ball, not body. And Garrett's going to be called for the foul there, and that's going to mean free kick for the Tornadoes. Emma White, who scored the only goal this game, is going to handle this one, of course. Meanwhile, another sub getting ready to check in for the Owls. 3-person wall for the Owls, as White will consider her options here. She can either send it directly on goal, perhaps cross it like a corner kick. We'll see what she goes with. She's going to go far post, somehow headed to stay in bounds there. Look like Porcelli. And the Owls able to clear it out, but that was a compelling opportunity for the NATOs. Just over 18 minutes left to play. Lizzie Trulock, who we have seen quite a bit of already, set check-in for Mississippi University for Women. Also known as the W. Sub coming here for the Owls. So Trulock checks in. Grace Black on the move. Black, big individual effort there, fires off a shot. And a foul before the shot, so it was kind of interesting there. I'm wondering if the referee was letting it go another second or two due to advantage, but will be a free kick for the Tornadoes. And who else? Emma White, the graduate student, heading to get a look at this. And meanwhile, White is going to be asked to leave. Warzencroft's going to step in. This might be similar to the situation we saw before with Hatter, as White's getting some quick work. And there's going to be a sub right away here for the Tornadoes, or at least at the next chance. Meanwhile, Warzencroft with the shot directly on goal with the left foot. Warzencroft, great effort there. Good-looking shot there from Abby Warzencroft, saved. Meanwhile, we've got multiple Tornado players. Team manager Ava Doherty, along with Noah Reisick, all attending to Emma White. She's healthy, but there's some sort of equipment issue. And meanwhile, shot there from Black. Shakarov is in the on deck circle for the Tornadoes as a sub ready to head in. Also a sub awaiting that opportunity, but Tornadoes at the moment playing with 10 players once again. Hard tackle there. And ball goes out of bounds, and that'll mean subs for both teams. So Shakarov checks in for the Tornadoes. Khadijah Shakarov, the graduate student out of Ontario, Canada. And that'll put the Tornadoes back to full strength. Sub also came in for the Owls. That was Sydney Shoemaker. Shoemaker's listed as number 14, wearing number 24 this evening. Junior from Madison, Mississippi. Meanwhile, less than 14 minutes left to play here as the clock stops with 13:51 to play. Free kick here for the Tornadoes. So a yellow card there has been issued after the Tornadoes try to get things started a little earlier than schedule. Gricewood now will tee it up once again. Olivia Gricewood, the sophomore from Tucker, Georgia. Some moans and groans from the Tornadoes faithful here. Not happy with that last call and card. Gricewood put that right into the goal mouth. Nice run there from Carmenzen. Try to make herself available for Gricewood. Porcelli with a touch there. Warzencroft. Shakarov. Warzencroft. Tornadoes trying to get some possession going. Edwards. Here's Grace Black. Another slide tackle there by the Owls. No whistle. And Grace Black able to get up on her feet there. There'll be a throw in there for Edwards. Tornadoes and Owls hitting the turf here. No whistle. Meanwhile, here come the NATOs. Abby Mayer, quick little move there. Well defended. Taken away by the Owls. Harrington. Now a whistle. A trip there. Katie Mills will get called for the foul. Yeah, another opportunity here. Gricewood will do the honors. 11:35 to play. Gricewood tries to lift this near post, but it's going to be out of bounds for a goal kick. 11:15 to play here. Carmenzen. Sophomore from Panama City, Florida. She plays it forward. Edwards on the move. And that's going to be a corner kick for the NATOs. It'll be Grace Black doing the honors. Black sends it into the goal mouth. What an opportunity there for the Tornadoes. It began with a attempted bicycle kick by Carmenzen. High degree of difficulty on that. And then a shot by Warzencroft. Under 10 minutes to play here. Half number 2. Linesman flags up. Ball went out of bounds on the Mayer attack. Owls running out of time if they're looking for an equalizer here. 9:40 to play. Tornadoes holding on to the 1-0 lead. Still providing some pressure offensively as well. A insurance goal would go a long way. Couple subs set to check in. First for the Owls, that looks like it'll be Garrett heading back into the game, and also Taylor Richardson getting warmed up. Black on the move down the left wing. And that's going to be another free kick for the Tornadoes. Another one of those situations where the referee was letting perhaps the advantage play itself out a bit. But it's going to be a foul on the Owls, free kick for the NATOs. Gricewood once again. So interesting with Emma White out of the game now. We're seeing some of these other players, Warzencroft and Gricewood, attempt some of these free kicks from these different ranges. Things we would usually almost always see from Emma White. Meanwhile, another good opportunity there for the Tornadoes, who continue knocking on the door here. Izzy Hagan that time in the middle of things. And Taylor Richardson checking in now. So Richardson checks in, just under 8 minutes to play. And a corner kick here for the NATOs. Richardson, the junior out of Seminole, Florida. Tornadoes continuing to exert some pressure here. Have been knocking on the door these last few minutes, looking for a second goal. Edwards plays it forward and played out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the NATOs. Izzy Hagan lays it off here to Warzencroft. Warzencroft plays it back to Shakarov. Warzencroft. Hagan. Hagan, nice little ball there. Good looking through ball there from Hagan, but collected by the goalkeeper, Olivia Clark. Now a little bit of discussion here by the referee and the sidelines here, so we'll see, get this all sorted out. Clock stopped at 6:37 left to play. And referee's going to get this game hopefully started back up soon after a bit of a delay. Hands the ball right back to the goalkeeper who's able to punt it for the Owls. So back to business here after a quick pause in the action. Edwards with the throw-in. Throw in along that left wing. Taylor Richardson was on the move, but a whistle. And this is coming back the other way. And it'll be a foul on the NATOs, Richardson. And free kick here for the Owls under 6 minutes to play. Warzencroft taking control of things from the back. Abby Warzencroft. And perhaps a bit of frustration there for Allison Goza, who brings down Warzencroft. And it'll be a free kick for the Tornadoes. Gricewood. Gricewood looking for Abby Mayer. Tornadoes able to use pressure there to regain possession. Taylor Richardson. Now here's Hagan. Hagan up ahead. Ball heads out of bounds. It'll be another Tornado throw in, and that much closer. 4:45 to play here, half number 2. Up ahead along the left wing, Harrington. Harrington. Cleared away there by the NATO's defense. Mayer. Four minutes remaining. Richardson plays it back. Gricewood. Porcelli. Owls regain possession. Nice turn there. Now played forward. Taken away by Warzencroft. Through ball there, but it's going to end up in the grips of Olivia Clark. 3:30 to play. Clark punts it forward. Big bounce there. Edwards went up high to get it. Here's Shakarov. Warzencroft playing it forward, trying to use Richardson. Ball ricochets deep into the attacking zone for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, Owls running out of time. 2:55 to play here. That ball skips out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. You can see suddenly the sense of urgency as Clark sprinted to grab that ball, try to tee up this goal kick as quick as possible, but time continues to tick away. 2:35 to play. Clark plays it, tried to play it short and Little bit of a miscue there as that ball skips out of bounds. There'll be a throw in for the Nados, and you can tell now that on the other side of the coin, the Tornadoes taking their time a bit. Now Edwards playing it forward. 2:10 to play. Turn there by Mayer. Now played up ahead. Warzencroft playing it forward to Edwards. Under 2 minutes. Here's Garrett. Garrett with an opening. She plays it forward, trying to use Trulock. Shakarov clears it away. 1:45 to play. Shoemaker. Now Goza. .90 seconds left. Tornadoes ahead 1-0. Shot from long range there. Easy pickings for Arroyo. And she will punt it away here. 70 seconds left. Whistle there. It's going to be a free kick for the Tornadoes. So foul there on the Owls. 1 minute remaining. So down under a minute. Gricewood play the free kick. Offsides flag is up. So offsides on the Tornadoes on that free kick. And back the other way, here come the Owls. They're trying to really hustle as we're under a minute to play. Shakarov plays that forward. Mayer with a touch. 25 seconds left to play, and Tornadoes with possession. Ball's played out of bounds, throwing for the Tornadoes, and so probably just about do it. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Your final score at Islamel Family Field, Tornadoes 1, Owls 0. Tornado goal by Emma White in the first half. And the Tornadoes improved to 7-3-4 overall on the season. Tornadoes will be back in action on Saturday, 3 p.m. here at Islamel Family Field, part of a men's and women's soccer doubleheader that begins at 1 p.m. Hope you can join us Saturday here at Islamel Family Field. Have a very pleasant rest of your Thursday evening. Drive home safely. Your final score for the final time, Tornadoes 1, Owls 0. Go Tornadoes. So your final score here at Islamel Family Field, Brevard 1, Mississippi University for Women 0. Tornadoes improve to 7-3-4 overall. They're able to snap the 4-match streak of consecutive ties. And that was a storyline as we talked to several Tornadoes. You know, some of the Tornadoes women's soccer student athletes just simply told me, hey, it's enough. We're ready for a win. 4 straight ties, and the Tornadoes able to get that win this evening, 1-0 over Mississippi University for Women. Big-time goal by Emma White. The only scoring of this game, White hit a beautiful free kick from a long ways out. I mean, we're estimating it over 40 yards out. And White scored that in the 32nd minute. Goalkeeper for the Owls, Olivia Clark, the outstretched arms, the tips of the fingers on that soccer ball, but ultimately deflects into the back of the net as celebration continues here for the Tornadoes. And that one goal was all the Tornadoes needed as the defense and goalkeeper Nicole Royo with the shutout. And the Tornadoes able to earn the 1-0 victory. Brevard outshot Mississippi University for women 10 shots to 8. Actually outshot them even more in the second half, 6-3, the difference then. Each goalkeeper, Arroyo for the Nados and Clark for the Owls, had 5 saves. Brevard had 5 corner kicks compared to just 3 for the Owls. The Owls had a hard time in terms of discipline. 16 fouls, including 10 in the second half. Tornadoes, single-digit foul total of 9. There were 3 yellow cards in this contest, 2 for the Tornadoes, 1 for the Owls. And it all adds up to a 1-0 victory for Brevard. Tornadoes women's soccer team will be back in action on 3 o'clock on Saturday here at Islamel Family Field versus Methodist. Men's soccer prior to that with a 1 o'clock start. Best of luck to the Tornadoes men's and women's soccer programs this weekend. We'll be bringing you that action on Saturday. Volleyball as they continue USA South Conference play. Football as they head to Huntington. And cycling as they're at the USA Cycling National Championships in Durango, Colorado. Exciting times around here at Brevard College. Fall sports in full swing. Well, I want to thank all those behind the scenes who helped make tonight's production happen, including members of the women's basketball program and the women's lacrosse program, producer Joseph Marvin. And we'll see you on Saturday right back here at Islamel Family Field. Men's and women's soccer doubleheader. Action starts at 1 p.m. Your final score for the final time from Islamel Family Field. Tornadoes 1, Owls 0. Go Tornadoes.
Probably one of the prettiest places on the earth. And to come to somewhere where it's such a tight-knit community, where everybody has your back, I mean, you're not going to find that anywhere else at bigger schools.
I like to go hang out at the coffee shop, sit outside at the picnic tables, maybe do a little bit of homework there, and just socialize because there's always somebody that I know there.
Brevard does make it easy to come here. The admission process is very simple.
Brevard College, a top choice for students around the world.